And hello Yu-Gi-Oh fans, this is Blade of Chaos here again, back at it with another video, basically. And today, I want to do a... oh, sorry. Sorry, really sorry. And today I wanted to do, as I was saying like before I got sidetracked by my coughing and stuff like that. I want to do a kind of like a big video. Today I wanted to talk about my theory on the Yu-Gi-Oh timeline. Now keep in mind, Yu-Gi-Oh! Timeline is like a real mess to figure out, and I know that this isn't going to be like... it's not going to make 100% sense, but at least you're going to get a feel on like how the Yu-Gi-Oh! Timeline is basically flowing and how it's working. The thing is, as I said, it's huge and it's a complete mess, so this might not make as much sense to you all as it does to me right now. But if you find some, I don't know, flaws in this timeline, I mean the timeline that I made up, basically, which suits the Yu-Gi-Oh! Timeline the best, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I love hearing opinions for you guys, and I think that this is going to be an amazing ride. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and I don't know, let's just get right into this because I can't delay this. I'm too excited. So between 2021 and 2004, Domino City becomes a junkyard known as Satellite, and at this moment the new Domino City is being built. In the 2004, momentum explodes, destroying Domino City and killing Yusei's parents. Well, it says like that the momentum system is exploded like 17 years ago. So 2021, 17 years ago, which is like 2004. And yeah, in 2004, we're following that same sense, which means that, you know, momentum is like 17 years up. And, you know, the Domino City becomes a junkyard in 2021. Which is, yeah, known as the Satellite, and Domino City is being built this way. Then we got like and in the year before, because we know that, you know, Yusei was around like 1 to 2 years old when the momentum exploded and shit. If that happened in 2004, following that same logic, Yusei is born in 2003, which is 1 year before. And now I don't know the difference between GX and 5Ds. The reason why, I don't know, it always kind of boggled me that, you know, Jaden or Judai does not return to Domino City after he graduates. Maybe it could be because momentum exploded by the time that Jaden graduated. Which means that the end of the GX era actually takes place when the momentum exploded, which is 17 years before this. All that we know is GX lasts for around 3 years, which is basically the Jaden's time at Duel Academy. The break between, I don't know, maybe the break between momentum and GX is unknown to me, because it just, I don't know, this is the gap I left out because, like, it's a complete mess and I just couldn't find any sort of solutions to this gap. Anyway, moving on. 2003, which is the year in which Yusei was born, basically. Season 3 and 4 of GX came out. Judai graduates from Duel Academy and he is 18 years of age during this time. And during that same time, Jaden is merged with Yubel. Then we got 1 year before, which is 2002. Season 2 of GX takes place, and the all shenanigans with him sending the cards into space, which was launched by Kaiba Corp, you know. He sent Dandelion all those cards plus Yubel and stuff into space. those cards to make them real cards, and you know, you're about to be purged of her curse and whatever. And Society of Light Art occurs here, like in the season 2 of GX, which we all know. And in 2001, season 1 of GX happens. We see Yugi at the start of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, who was probably like 27 years of age, because keep in mind, Yugi is a high school student in Duel Monsters. So I'm guessing he's like 16, 17 by in his time. And then once Jaden's era comes around, it's a decade after the Duel Monsters event, which means that Yugi is probably like 26, 27 years of age. And at this time, Jaden is versing Shadow Rider Sacred Beasts in this era. And he is 15 years of age at the start of the series. And between 2001 and 1991, which is what I wrote here, Jaden sends Neos and Neos Patience and the Line Bell into space by Kaiba Corp's competition, which he won in this. And we see, like, when we follow the logic, you know, using the Solomon model, which is Yugi's grandfather, you know, following his age, Duel Monsters only goes for like 2 to 3 year period. And he only ages 71 to 72 by the time, like, GX, no, the Duel Monsters is around. I would say 1991, season 4 of Duel Monsters and season 5 happens. Yugi beats the Tem, the Memory World arc occurs. And, you know, this is a paradox, because it says, like, Memory World, it should occur, like in 1991, which is season 4 and season 5 of Duel Monsters. I believe that Millennium World is like season 5 and shit. But the thing is, the Millennium World, like the 85% of the Millennium World arc happens in Millennium World, which is like 3000 BCE. But still, yeah, maybe there was like 2 separate timelines and shit. I'll get to it in a minute. So while the Grand Championship Grim Kaiba opens his big theme park, and the Dome arc, the Darts arc happens here. Kaiba and Yugi battle Darts and the Orikakos within that same year. 1990, you know, we got the 1990, sorry. Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3 of Duel Monsters occur here. Duelist Kingdom, and Yugi is crowned the King of Games and Champion of the World. For episode 1 of Duel Monsters, Yugi is 16 years of age. Battle City arc, Virtual World arc must happen from around here to the year 1991. The one thing that doesn't make sense here, which is like the thing I noticed, be sure to like tell me in the comments down below, why are there holograms in the year fucking 1990? I know that this doesn't make any sense, but it's the only possible explanation I could have came up with this, because I don't know. Because when you look at those D wheels and shit, it's not possible that they have made like D wheels fucking, I don't know. It's not possible that they have made D wheels 10 days after the GX era, because the Duel Monsters and GX basically use the same technology and shit. And we got the prior events thing, which is like between 1990 to like 1966, and Kaiba invents the holographic system. Pegasus creates Duel Monsters. Card game. In 1986, Judah is born. If Jaden is 15 and Yugi is 27, that'll mean that there's like 12 to something like year gap between them. So in like I don't know, maybe if we go following that same logic, during the year 1973, 4, something like that, Yugi is born. Around that time. In 1966, Pegasus is born approximately, I'm not sure. because he looks like at least maybe like 10 years older than Yugi, approximately, maybe less, fewer more or less. We got 1990 and Solomon, which is like Yugi's grandfather. He's born 1919, sorry. In 3000 BC, well, 5000 years with the English dub before Duel Monster started. And this is the Memory World arc, basically, because they were traveling back in time, which makes sense that the 3000 BCE bullshit happens in the Memory World arc. So, don't get confused, because I mentioned Millennium World arc before and now I'm mentioning it here. I told you before, 85% of the Memory World arc is in the Memory World of the Pharaoh, which is like approximately 5000 years before Duel Monster started. Zork battles with the Pharaoh, and you know, they, you know, Atem says his name, Atem, and seals Zork and shit. 8000 BCE, which is like when the Atlantis sinks and shit. Dart's revenge begins. He waits 5000 years for the Pharaoh, and approximately tries to fucking kill him and make a serpent and shit. But you know, Atlantis sinks, and you know, his revenge begins, which means he waited like 5000 fucking years for the Pharaoh and shit. So this is my take on the Yu-Gi-Oh timeline. I'm not sure how does this fucking make any sort of sense, but hopefully it does. I don't know. Hopefully it does. And I know that a lot of stuff here probably doesn't make any sense to a lot of you, so just, I don't know, comment down below and let's start a conversation, because it's a never-ending cycle. Nobody is going to make a 100% accurate Yu-Gi-Oh timeline, because it's a mess as it is. I'm giving you a challenge, like in this video, to try and make a 100% accurate Yu-Gi-Oh timeline video, which I'm sure you won't. I'm not trying to discourage you. Maybe you will, but it's a slim chance. Because don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to discourage you. It's just that the Yu-Gi-Oh timeline is like a mess. Fucking square on. And this has been Blade of Chaos with a fucking migraine after making this video. Signing out. Peace out, people.